views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Good morning to you and yours. Hope you had a beautiful Father's Day weekend. It's the one and only show that opens up the Bronx and the world to you. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. We continue this Father's Day extravaganza because Father's Day should be every day, right? It doesn't stop. Coming up on today's show, we'll sit down with a crisis management expert with tips on how you can prepare. Plus, the Children's Museum of Manhattan is holding their 10th annual Family Pride Night, and we'll preview this event working to promote fun and safe spaces for everyone. Then we'll learn about an informative fair designed to awaken us all to lead healthier lives. After that, Tiny Toys Camp is holding their annual Kids Field Day, and we'll discover the fun events taking place right here in our community. Then later on, we'll check out a festival preserving the legacy of Harlem arts and providing resources for the community. So stay tuned. All this and more is headed your way because we are now definitely open. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B. But we're at this great station right here. Channel 67's Open, and we got it all for you. You're watching Open, the one and only live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. We want to encourage you to stay connected to us. You can tweet us, BronxNet TV, or follow us on Facebook at Open Facebook Television. Our first guest is a crisis management expert. Joins us today for a closer understanding on his work. We welcome Ty Farley to the show. Ty.
Thank you.
Welcome. High five. You got to jump when we do it. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. There you go. All right. How are you? How was your Father's Day?
It was good.
Good.
It was good. How about
Tell us about something. Mine was fantastic.
Perfect.
Thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about some of the things you do with your organization.
Well, we are an advanced crisis and reputation management firm based out in Midtown. And a lot of what we do is establish crises and help people prevent situations for politicians, celebrities, public figures, corporations, and such. One of the main things that we focus on is building crisis plans and emergency plans for businesses and corporations.
So you're here at BronxNet. So if you were to prepare a plan for BronxNet, how would that look?
Well, since a lot of things have been going on recently with like shootings and such and hostage situations, we want to make sure people are prepared for how to watch out for those things. So we would have the correct type of evacuation plan, what to do and if a crisis were to break out, and how to handle those situations in the media, on social media, because obviously when something happens, it definitely takes an attack there first.
I'm into finding out, what causes these problems, like getting down to the root of the situation. Are there any signs, telltale signs that somebody is going to act up or something's going to happen before it happens?
Well, I study behavior, so I study microexpressions, body language, and voice variation.
I like it.
So there are different concealed expressions that one might show, concealed scorn or concealed anger. That can kind of give you that indication, that anxiety that they're going to act or perform in a certain manner. So it takes a trained eye to see those particular things, but if it's summertime and someone's wearing a trench coat, then those are kind of indicators that,
But wait a minute, I was hosting a show and I saw a young lady get on stage with a fur coat.
Yeah, I would.
That was a telltale sign of something.
There are no real ways
and
to
know
prepare.
her too.
I know her.
Everybody here knows her. I'm not going to bring her up though. I was just like, whoa, wait a minute, it's 90 degrees out here. But yes.
But we want people to understand that just even in the motion of such, that there's 75% of crises end on a positive note. There's a plan in motion. So we want people to be prepared, not to think that these types of things or issues can never happen to them. even with Pulse in Orlando, you
Yes.
know, we want people to think that, or not to walk around scared, but conscious and aware that anything could happen in any given situation.
Now, the person who created the tragedy out there in Orlando, Florida, he's had some background issues
Right.
all along the way, and nobody said, "Hey, let's grab this guy and pull him aside and you know shake him up a little bit."
Yeah, when they found out that he wasn't tied to very strong connections to any type of terrorists, they kind of ruled him out as being a threat.
Yeah, yeah. I think he used that to at the end with those phone calls. Yeah, I belong to ISIS and all that stuff.
Right, and we want people to, if there were certain measures in place, we're not saying that no one would have lost their lives, but there could have been a situation where less lives were lost if a certain plan was in motion to prevent that.
So is each plan unique to a particular organization or company?
Correct. I wouldn't write the same crisis plan for a restaurant that I would for accountants, you know, an accountant firm. So they're all different depending on what type of situations could happen for them.
And even for your home.
Even for your home.
Yeah.
Yeah, making sure that cameras are set in line, make sure you have the right type of training. We prepare people on hand-to-hand combat training sometimes, or even how to use a weapon if it gets to that point. But people should be prepared and know how to get out of a room, or how to barricade yourself, or how to protect yourselves. And then the orchestrators or the facilitators should know how to address the media in the situation like that taking place.
Do you believe in fighting fire with fire? For instance, going back to Orlando and the club Pulse, you have one guy shooting. Do you think there should have been a lot of fire coming back his way?
I believe that, like I said, as a plan is in motion, you are prepared for what should take place at that point in time. I do believe that there, just like when we're in an airplane, we have a marshal that's there. I believe that there should have been maybe someone in there that is prepared to engage when necessary.
Yeah, because how did he get through the front door? Did he have an overcoat on in the summertime with the AK-47, whatever that
there's ways
assault
to hide.
rifle was?
There's ways to hide those.
Wow.
I've seen them stuffed in people's pants and covered over their shirt, and they just walk with the cane to
Oh,
hide
you got a limp.
the
Okay, I
hide the
got
limp. So there are a lot of different things that can be taken.
So how long have you been working with this organization?
Well, I'm the managing partner, so it's been over 10 and a half years we've been in business.
Any success stories?
We have a lot of success stories.
Give me one.
One success story, because we also help different lawyers with their lawsuits to make sure that they win. So we have a nice, strong track record of getting some clients out. Most of the stuff, unfortunately, we can't really talk about as far as client-wise, but we do take a lot of different cases, and we make sure we win them.
Why is it so important? Because a lot of people don't think about it, and then when something happens, you just freak out. Why is it so important to have a crisis plan in line or in place?
Because we don't know what would happen, and we don't know what can happen. So I was speaking to another reporter, and I said, well, what happened? You know, obviously, you're notable, and people recognize you, and you might have stalker situations, and it's always best to know.
That's my next book, but go ahead.
There you go. Well, you want to know how to, you want to know what to do. And I think that's the best thing. Like I said before in the statistic, 75% of those crises end on a positive note, just because someone knew not to walk that direction, or they knew how to defend themselves, or they knew what to say when they were addressed with the manner. It's just having a plan in motion.
What do you want the public to know that I didn't ask you?
I want them to know that there are options. There are methods used in order to make these plans and set these plans, and we're the company that's able to do it.
There you go. Give him a big hand, everybody. Ty Farley, managing partner, B. Clark Farley and Associates, advanced crisis management expert.
There we go.
Come up with a plan. Got to have a plan for the band.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, we got to take a quick break right here, but up next, we'll take a look at a Pride event for the whole family to enjoy. Stay tuned.
with the message, Grandmaster.
You got to learn your body, pace yourself, and have fun. So let's go have fun. Let's go do it.
The tricky thing about shoulders, your shoulders is a 3-tier muscle. You have your front delts, you have your rear delts, and you have your mid delts. So when you're working out your shoulders properly, you have to do 3 different exercises.
It's wonderful being able to compete with a lot of these young guys from all over the world. It's important to stay in shape.
And I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to. My love, my love, my love, she keeps me warm. 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 She keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Love is kind. Love is patient.
And welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. You know, on June 23rd, the Children's Museum of Manhattan will hold their 10th annual Family Pride Night. Joining us with a preview, we have the Director of the School Programs and Community Outreach, Nellie Chabin. We welcome you to the show.
Thank you, Bob. Thanks for having me.
All right. Now, you said you're going to meet me on the golf course. I heard that you play.
That's
Oh,
right.
you
My
wanna start-
father-in-law, he's a big golf
The
player, so
father-in-law.
he'd be really happy. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. The father-in-law plays.
That's right.
But you said you were going to meet me.
I'll
so
meet
don't
you there.
throw it off on your
Yeah.
father-in-law. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How
good,
are you?
Good, good. All right, so you have bugs and things on the table. What is this thing?
Well,
thing
this
looks
is,
like?
of course, our favorite New York City wildlife feature
okay.
for some people, very common sight in the city.
Uh-huh.
So we're hosting celebrating our 10th annual Family Pride Night at the Children's Museum of Manhattan on Thursday, June 23rd. And this year's theme is New York City. So
And that's
we're really
not a cock-a-doodle-doo. That's a cock-a-something.
cockroach.
Cockroach.
Yeah. So we'll be celebrating, you know, the diversity and the inclusiveness of New York, and of course the wildlife that we all love as New
Yeah.
Yorkers.
There it
Of course,
is.
our pigeon, slice of pizza.
Yeah.
So, and you know, very common sight, Metro card.
The Metro card. You can't go wrong with that.
That's right. So
Clickety, 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 clack. We bring you there. We bring you back.
yeah, you got it. So that's just one of the many things that'll be happening on Pride Night this Thursday.
Tell us what your organization does.
Sure. So at the Children's Museum of Manhattan, we really help children thrive and learn about themselves by learning about others. And we have incredible exhibits. We welcome all families, New York City families, international families every day.
Oh, beautiful. So you have this event coming up, and what do you have? You're going to have all this stuff on display, but they're not going to be alive, though, right? Especially
Hopefully
this thing
not.
here.
Yeah. But you'll get to make these stuffed toys. And that's
okay.
just one of the art making workshops that's taking place. All 5 floors of the museum will be open and open for lots of fun and excitement
Sure.
and joy.
And anyone can come, right?
Any LGBT family and their friends are welcome to come. So it's a really great celebration of the community.
Do you have to be a member of the museum, or can you join somehow, or donate, or?
You can. It's a free event, but you're welcome to donate. And of course, we love all of our visitors to become members and come for free every day.
What is the importance of showing these things to youngsters?
So we showing these things.
Yeah, and show them what your display, whatever you have in
Sure.
the museum.
So Well, like I said, we're helping children learn about themselves by learning about others.
It's an educational process.
It's
yes.
an educational process. You're learning by doing, and it's a creative process. So, for example, one of my favorite exhibits just opened. It's called Dynamic H2O.
Oh, okay.
And you get to play and splash around in water while also learning about New York City's unique water system and the Catskill watershed. So
Look
you're
at
learning
that.
by doing.
So there's a map of how the water comes down from upstate through the pipes and all that stuff and into your homes and into
Yeah,
where you
exactly.
are. Yeah.
And you get to pump water up a skyscraper.
Wow.
We have an amazing 16-foot water table where you can literally make it rain from the clouds and then shoot water droplets down the pipes. And it's really, really exciting. And you even see the parents getting involved. And they don't want to leave.
The parents that come with the bathing suits and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. So, FM, let's make a note of it. We'll come with our, you wear Speedos, I don't, I wear the long shorts. And then we can come and splash in the water.
You got
Run
it.
around.
I
Yeah.
can't think of a better thing to do on a hot New York City day.
That's right, we'll try it. We'll bring the cameras out too.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. All right, what message would you like to send to all of our listeners in the New York City area?
Sure. So the Children's Museum of Manhattan is really a place for joyful learning and celebration. It's a place for all families and children to come together and, like I said, really to learn about themselves by learning
Sure.
about others.
I like it.
And that's what we do every day. We're always having a great time. We have programs running throughout the day and special events throughout the year.
What are some of the other programs that you have there?
So we just celebrated Father's Day, of course, this weekend,
Aw.
and then we're getting ready for the 4th of July, which you'll get to make an American Dream quilt, which will be a lot of fun.
All right.
And then throughout the summer, we're continuing our New York City celebration, and there's a New York City scavenger hunt in the museum, and you can find special city landmarks and then decode a message and get a prize.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Educational. You can find out everything that you need all under one roof. Where's the museum located?
We're on 83rd, just off of Broadway. So we're a couple blocks from Central Park, a couple blocks from the Hudson, and I really encourage everyone to make a day out of it and come and
What do you
visit
have
us.
coming up for the holidays? There's always something spectacular happening, maybe Thanksgiving or maybe Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
We celebrate all holidays. So we have a Ramadan festival, we have a big Halloween celebration, Christmas, Hanukkah, Passover, Kwanzaa. We're really, it's like I said, it's a very inclusive environment, and so this year we have another one of my favorite exhibits, America to Zanzibar, Muslim Cultures Near and Far, and it's really an opportunity for a visitor, a child, to travel around the world in one museum visit. So you can visit over 60 countries and learn about Muslim cultures and communities around the world through art, architecture, design, trade, travel, food, clothing, and so we're celebrating Muslim holidays in that space, but we also have, we'll have a Christmas tree in that space, and it's really such a wonderful, diverse celebration.
So I like what you said. Travel all around the world in one museum.
That's right.
I like
That's
it.
what
What's
we
the
do.
address again?
So we're on 83rd between Broadway, next to Broadway, and we're easy to find, easy to get to by bus from the Bronx, right off the 1 train.
I like it. Anything that I missed that you want to let our public know?
Just that everyone should RSVP. We extended the RSVP deadline to Wednesday, and again, Pride Night is free. It's on Thursday, June 23rd from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., and I invite everyone to join us.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. And FM, did you give her one of the brochures? Because we want to get her
For the
out on
golf
the golf
course?
course. Yes,
Oh,
we want
yeah.
to get you out there too.
What do I need? Khakis?
You can wear khakis.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. That'll be
I'll
great.
go shopping.
We have a store right out here where you can get
Perfect. I'll meet you there
the
on
Lehman
Wednesday.
College store. I'm going to be looking for you out
Okay.
there now. Give her a big hand, everybody. Nellie, I won't say that. Nellie Chabin.
Nellie
Thank you
Chabin.
so much. All right, we got to take a quick break right here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Open next.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
New Yorkers, there is a primary election for the congressional seat in District 13 taking place on June 28th. if you live in parts of Upper Manhattan or in the Bronx neighborhoods of Kingsbridge, Norwood, Marble Hill, Bedford Park, Fordham, and University Heights, you have the opportunity to learn about the candidates and issues in your community. Watch Bronx Talk for an informative NY13 debate broadcast beginning Sunday, June 19th and all week at 9 p.m. On BronxNet, Channel 67 Optimum, 33 Fios, and at www.bronxnet.tv. Follow along on social media using the hashtag NY13. Stay informed, and most importantly, make sure you head out to the polls on June 28th to have your voice heard.
It's not always easy being a dad.
Do you have panda asthma too? Does that run in the family? This is the home of the most priceless kung fu artifacts.
But when you make an effort,
Dad, we're not supposed to touch anything. Oh, sorry. Go along, son.
it's always worth it.
Whoa, faster!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I am gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Hello, good people of the Bronx and beyond. Welcome to A Life in Art.
Welcome back. Here's Paula. Hey, on July the 31st, an Awaken Wellness Fair will take place, and joining us to share more about this and what we can expect, we have founder Paula Kappa. Cara Kappa.
I cannot tell you
like this.
how many variations I've heard over the years. Lots and
I
lots.
saw all the spaces in between it. Over here, when I read it over here, look, Cara Kappa.
You got it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's really easy.
Where's the name come from?
It's Italian, but I think it was originally Greek.
Hey, Pasani.
Not me, though. That's my ex-husband.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the Awaken Wellness Fair, I brought a little prop.
Oh,
This is our booklet. I don't know where to hold it, but there
right
it
there,
is.
Right there is fine. Yeah.
So the Awaken Wellness Fair is a body, mind, spirit expo.
Oh, okay.
So it's about health, but it's not about medical. It's not about take a pill or cut it off. It's about all the other possibilities for being healthy, getting healthy, and being healthy.
Mind,
holistic.
body, and spirit. Yes, holistic approach.
Because we are whole. You and I were talking before about golf and how there are so many factors that play into how well a person might play.
Yes,
The
yes.
same is true of the physical body all the time.
Mhm.
It's our mental attitude, it's our spirit, and spirit, not necessarily religion spirit, but spirit, a certain part of all of us that needs to be nourished. And of course, our bodies. We do pay attention to our bodies in this lifetime.
And that's how you stay healthy, mind,
That's it.
body, and spirit.
And at the Awaken Fair, I present, I'm going to say, a smorgasbord of possibilities for being well in body, mind, and spirit. So not everything that a person sees at the Awaken Fair they're going to embrace, but some things they are going to embrace. I'll give you one quick example. Yes.
I mean, you got mind, body, and spirit. You can start off with the mind.
I had the experience of sitting with one of my vendors. He was an Ayurvedic doctor, and
He looked into your eyes.
He looked at my eyes. He felt my pulse, and he looked at my tongue. Now that's a very different process than when I go to my, MD. And what he said to me was, "Paula, you're exhausted." And he's the first doctor that ever said that.
Some of
Other
them are
doctors
really
might
good.
say, your cholesterol's a little high, your blood pressure's a little high, but he got right to the core. You're exhausted. And he said, and what he said to me was, I'm so surprised to notice that because you seem to have a lot of energy, you're always doing something, but really you're exhausted. And I went to him for quite a while, and it was just a different approach to health. He recognized my core issue, if you will, and he recommended some herbs, not some synthetic chemicals, but some herbs, and I started to feel much better. So So it's that. It's having the possibilities presented to a person and letting them choose what's right for them.
Yeah, iridology is a great study. A lot of people are into that.
Yes.
And then you have others who look at your tongue and they can find out what's going on.
Iridology is looking really similar to reflexology.
Yeah, that's another.
Where the entire body is reflected in the eye. And in reflexology, a little bit different approach, and that is where the entire body is reflected in the hands or the feet or the ears. And one of the things that I learned is that the feet very much reflect the past, where we've been, where we've walked. The hands very much reflect the present moment. And the
Bob
ears,
wouldn't mind if you put your foot on the table and I can find out where you've been.
Ooh, I'd love that. Nothing better. The ears, embryonic in shape as they are about the future because it hasn't really developed yet.
Yes.
So, so lots of interesting things
really
at
deep.
the
I love
Awaken
it.
Fair. Yes. And the way it's presented is I have 4 categories of exhibitors. The first one is healers, and the reason that's the first is it's the one that is maybe the most foreign to people. A lot of the healing is energetic healing. And so what does that mean? What is my energy? Well, my body, you can see my body to here, but in fact it extends beyond energetically. So a lot of the healers use energy work. They don't necessarily touch the person. They're touching their aura and their energy. So those are my healers, and I have maybe a dozen healers with treatment tables, like a massage table.
Like
some do. It depends on the healer. Then I have speakers. Normally I have speakers. This Awaken Fair coming up in New York City is Awaken Light for the summertime. We won't have speakers, but normally I do. I have 2 rooms of speakers going, talking on a variety of wellness subjects. Sometimes demonstrating things like yoga or exercise. I was just having a conversation about pole exercises. So that's another aspect.
Exercises.
Any kind of exercise for the body is good, and you're going to have
like that's like pole dancing.
Yeah, like pole dancing. Yes.
I
see. Let's come back to the Awaken Fair, okay? And then I have vendors, and vendors sell all kinds of things that are supportive of a healthy lifestyle. And that can range anywhere from nutritionals like herbs and vitamins and so forth to crystals. Crystals are very big in the holistic world. So whether they're polished crystals or they're stones, I should have brought a stone.
You do?
I do, but these are, I have a big rose quartz in my house, and a rose quartz emanates love, universal love. What a great,
emanate love too.
Well, thank you. What a great energy to be in.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is readers. Now, readers are psychic readers, intuitive readers, and they were always meant to be sort of like the cherry on the sundae. But they're so popular. They are so popular. Yeah. I usually have a couple of dozen readers, and we do pre-bookings. We do discount appointments if people pre-book online, and then the day of, people can make an appointment, and they are just so popular. Wow. And different readers use different methods. Some people are just psychic. They'll just look at you and they'll tune in to what's going on with you. Other people will use something of yours, like your phone. They want to hold it, and that's how they tune in. But very interesting, and as I say, very popular. I guess we all want to know about ourselves, you know, and that's what a reader is. It's all about you.
That's right.
So, yeah. So we have an Awaken Fair coming up at the Pennsylvania Hotel.
Oh, and it's right across
July
from the
31st.
Penn Plaza there, the train station.
Yep, exactly. So I do 2 a year in New York City at the Pennsylvania Hotel. I do 2 a year in Westchester at the Doubletree Hotel in Tarrytown.
Beautiful.
So please come.
Yeah. So what people are coming down, and a lot of the people who are coming down know more or less what it's all about. But for the people who don't know what it's about, give us an
that's
overview.
you know, that's that's a good comment. And yes, there are people who come all the time. You know, they can't wait for the next one, and they're there early and they stay late. And there are other people who know a little tiny bit. You know, like they might have gone to a chiropractor.
Yeah.
Now,
and you just piqued their curiosity, so the people looking now.
I hope so.
I want to find out more about this. What do I do?
So people who know a little bit do come because they want to know more. Okay, I know this. And they have no idea the huge variety of things that are out there. And that's the smorgasbord that the Awaken Fair presents, that they can tune into and choose, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like this. And that's fine. Just check it out and see what might work for you. What might work better than take a pill or cut it off.
Yes. Get to the root of the issue there.
Exactly.
Find out what it's all about. Everything all under one roof.
Yes, absolutely.
Mind, body, and spirit. Yes. Give her a big hand, everybody. Paula Caracappa, founder and CEO of PPC.
I'm going to clap for you, too. Thank you.
I know where have you been. I know where you're going.
Where?
I know where you are.
Maybe you know more than I do.
Yes. All right, we're going to take a quick break right here, but coming up next, we'll take a look at a youth field day right here in our community. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
New Yorkers, there is a primary election for the congressional seat in District 13 taking place on June 28th. If you live in parts of Upper Manhattan or in the Bronx neighborhoods of Kingsbridge, Norwood, Marble Hill, Bedford Park, Fordham, and University Heights, you have the opportunity to learn about the candidates and issues in your community. Watch Bronx Talk for an informative NY13 debate broadcast beginning Sunday, June 19th and all week at 9 p.m. On BronxNet, Channel 67 Optimum, 33 Fios, and at www.bronxnet.tv. Follow along on social media using the hashtag NY13. Stay informed, and most importantly, make sure you head out to the polls on June 28th to have your voice heard.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I bought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Welcome back, everybody. On June the 25th, Tiny Tots and Kids are going to host their first annual field day. And joining us with a preview, we have Chris Ramos in the house. Chris, welcome to the show. Let me shake your hand.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. So tell us about this. It's not a camp. What is it?
It's actually a mother's group, a parenting organization that.
So a group of parents got together and said, "Hey, let's put something together to
Yes.
help our youngsters."
And we basically started with about 20 moms,
Oh,
and now we're up to about 1,400. And
what?
Yeah, and
How
those
did
are
you get that number?
word of mouth. I think is probably what I
It's
could
that
say worked.
good, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
We do a lot of things for the kids in the community. So.
That's good. What are some of the things that you do for the kids?
Well, we put together our own events, like the field day coming up. We also did an Easter hunt with Senator Klein, or we'll do things on a smaller scale, like work with local mom and pop businesses to get the kids into their karate studios, throw Halloween parties, or just go to the playground with the kids.
I always believe that, it's important to give youngsters something important to do, because if we as parents don't give them anything to do, maybe somebody that we don't like may grab them by the hand and say, "Hey, let's try this," and then we'll be upset. We should have grabbed them by the hand and been with them every step of the way. Now
Kept
look
them
what's
busy.
happening. Yeah.
Kept them
So
busy.
it's great that you have these programs that that they can get involved in. You're giving them something positive to do. I like that.
Yes, and we try to work with companies that have the same viewpoints. Like the field day, when people come, obviously it's a free event, but they will be donating items for children's shelter.
Yes.
Because we want our kids to learn that it's not about them only, it's about the whole world. It's this whole world that exists outside of them. We want them to give back to other children.
So not only have great parents, you have great partners involved, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
partners,
we do.
people have, and organizations have looked at this and said, this is something that, I'm going to put a stamp on.
Yes, and we're very happy with the partners that we work with.
Who are some of the partners?
Well, we work with Pro Soccer Kids. Like I said, we worked with Senator Klein's office, the dance gallery out in Tuckahoe.
Yes.
We have our own baker club from Jelly Bean Cupcakes.
A Baker's Club?
Yeah, she brings all the kids' items for every event. She does workshops with them, teaching them how to cook. She has coloring cookies that they can do.
Oh, kids love that.
So we're always trying to keep them busy because, like you said, you want to be the main focus of what your kids do instead
That's
of an
right.
outside influence.
And you have some elected officials behind you too, huh?
Yes, and we're very grateful for that.
That's good. So you have this event coming up. Tell us about it. How's it going to look?
Well, right now we have about 12 different vendors coming in. They'll set up. All their activities will be geared towards kids, so there'll be demonstrations through the martial arts, through the soccer programs, through our T-ball programs. Then on top of that, we'll have arts and crafts for the kids, and it'll just and some food items that will be donated to.
I like that.
To them,
Yeah,
and it's
of
about
course.
bringing our community together. So
Yeah, and kids will love that bakery. The lady,
Yes.
the lady with the bakery.
Yes,
with the
Amber's
sweets.
cupcake.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm sure they look forward to
yes,
that, right?
they do.
Hey, Amber.
My son actually was drawing pictures of him eating cake pops with his
Yeah.
brothers to hang on her table for the event. So
That's good. That's good. So this is a special thing for youngsters. Who can come down, and what do you tell parents about getting their children involved? I'm sure, after watching this, a lot of parents are going to say, well, I want my kid involved in something like this too. I mean, they send their kids to camp, but this is something a little bit different than a camp.
a lot of people can't afford camp, so we want to give them that atmosphere. We're big on helping one another out. So,
Sure.
working parents, some of us, I stay at home. I don't mind lending a hand. We're all inclusive, non-judgmental. They can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, and join our exclusive group, which will have the events. We don't really post events too much in public unless it's on a larger scale,
Sure.
just for security
I
purposes.
understand. Yes, yes.
'Cause
Good idea.
Yeah, we want to make sure that the kids are safe.
That's good. So, but this is one program that's coming up, or one event that's coming up, but you have them throughout the year also?
Yes, throughout the year, weekly, regular programs with different, like I said, companies. Like we have a weekly play day at Excel Martial Arts Studio. So these are things that the kids look forward to, and they grow up with one another. My son's been playing soccer with the same people for 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's given him a sense of security in his friends, a sense of he has a great self-esteem. He's more outgoing than he was prior
That's what it
to
does
the-
for a lot of the children? Gives them great self-esteem?
My son, it helps them socialize. It provides a lot of opportunity for them, and that's what we want is happy children for a happy future.
Yes. And how are their grades?
Oh, my kid's not in school where they would be graded, but he's in preschool, and his teacher says he's well socialized,
Yes,
and
yes.
he has an extended vocabulary. He's more outgoing than I am.
That's
so
a grade.
that-
He made it to the next level.
Yeah, that's something to be proud of.
Yes.
And my 2-year-old follows right in his footsteps. So and you see that throughout all the kids. The kids we first meet, they're really not talking. They're not as outgoing. They might not want to engage as much. And by the end of 2 or 3 play dates, everyone's best friends. And it's not
They're
only
teaching each other.
Yeah, and it's big too because it's not only about the kids, but moms like myself who mingle with a 2 and 4-year-old all day. We have an outside source of communication. We can bond with other people going through the same experiences, and that's something that you need when transitioning from, let's say, work to stay-at-home parent or going back to work.
Yes.
You need someone going through the same issues.
What made you start something like this? Were you the founder of it?
Yes. Well, I had moved down, and I had a 2-year-old and a newborn, and we moved from Dutchess County, and my husband was always working, and so I needed.
Oh, you're in the country, Dutchess County.
Yeah, so
well,
I
upstate New York.
needed some kind of out for me and the children, and it just came about that this was what we were going to do. We were going to get out there and meet friends, and it just has taken off from there. And our main focus has always been just getting the kids busy, like you said, and keeping them busy.
That's good. So the field day is when again?
It is this Saturday from 10 to 2 at Van Cortlandt Park. Like I said, anyone can come. There's tickets on Eventbrite, on the Facebook page, on Twitter. You can find the link. And we hope to see everybody there.
And make everybody feel comfortable. I mean,
Yes,
the kids are going to be out in the big park, but how's it going to be comfortable for everybody?
It's just everyone's attitude. I've been to other events, and I just feel that everyone that goes to these events are non-judgmental and very open and loving, and I think you just feel that when you go.
All right. What's the website?
It's tinytotsandkids.com, and it's also at Tiny Tots and Kids on Facebook.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Well, thanks for coming by. Did you feel more comfortable after a while?
Yes, I did. I felt a lot
Any
better.
last words?
We just hope to see everyone there.
Okay.
And thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Come back again, okay?
All right.
Tiny Tots Kids Camp. No, not even camp. Say it again.
Tiny Tots and Kids. That's just it.
It's not a camp.
No, not a
It's
camp.
a gathering, an event. All right. Chris Ramos, Tiny Tots. Thank you so much. Give her a big round of applause,
Thank
everybody.
you.
All right. All right, we got to take a quick break right here, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open next.
Hi, I'm David Lesh, legal correspondent to the morning show Open. If you have a legal question that you'd like me to answer, please send me an email at davidlesh@bronxnet.org, and I will address it on our Ask Your Lawyer segment.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised.
Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
New Yorkers, there is a primary election for the congressional seat in District 13 taking place on June 28th. If you live in parts of Upper Manhattan or in the Bronx neighborhoods of Kingsbridge, Norwood, Marble Hill, Bedford Park, Fordham, and University Heights, you have the opportunity to learn about the candidates and issues in your community. Watch Bronx Talk for an informative NY13 debate broadcast beginning Sunday, June 19th and all week at 9 p.m. On BronxNet, Channel 67 Optimum, 33 Fios, and at www.bronxnet.tv. Follow along on social media using the hashtag NY13. Stay informed, and most importantly, make sure you head out to the polls on June 28th to have your voice heard.
You got to learn your body, pace yourself, and have fun. So let's go have fun. Let's go do it.
The tricky thing about shoulders, your shoulders is a 3-tier muscle. You have your front delts, you have your rear delts, and you have your mid delts. So when you're working out your shoulders properly, you have to do 3 different exercises.
It's wonderful being able to compete with a lot of these young guys from all over the world. It's important to stay in shape.
Hello, good people of the Bronx and beyond. Welcome to A Life in Art.
And welcome back, everybody. Hey, you know, the Harlem Arts Festival is approaching, and joining us for a closer look at this event, working to provide artists resources, we have, I'm going to go over here. Look, up there it says Neil Ludwig. You'll take it?
I'll take it.
All right, let's take it. And Chelsea Goding.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Although that says Goding, some people say Godding.
It's true.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm not a deity. I'm just a regular person.
All righty. Tell us about some of the things that you do with the Harlem Arts Festival.
So we're a multidisciplinary presenting organization. We're based in Harlem. Our mission is giving resources, visibility, and career opportunities to any artist connected to Harlem. So it could be music, dance, theater, visual arts, anything. And the idea is giving a 360-degree support system to them. So giving them discounted rehearsal space, discounted recording time, access, if they're dancers, physical therapy, injury prevention consultation, and doing that by presenting them in monthly concerts, exhibitions, workshops, and then a big festival that kind of is a culminating celebration at the in Marcus Garvey Park the last week of June every year. So it's right around the corner.
I know it is. It's 122nd Street or 120th Street and Madison Avenue. Right there.
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey Park.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this year actually marks our 5th year anniversary, so it's a pretty big celebration for us. And we have a slew of artists. There's actually 43 performing this year. We've had upwards of quite a few thousand people come through the park.
You know, there's a guy named Willie Walker at the Harlem State Office Building. He has yeah, you met him?
Yeah, we actually worked and coordinated a kids village during the Christmas tree lighting for the holidays.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I was probably there.
Oh, yeah. So, but the idea is really giving that kind of platform for artists to continue to showcase their work in their own community for their own community.
Well, right after the July 4th weekend, they have something called the Harlem Summer Stage.
Yeah.
You may want to get some of your dances and. Because they do have dances and everything come up on stage.
One of our groups just went to Summer Stage this weekend.
At Central Park, Summer Stage?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's the exciting thing. A lot of these artists, even though they live in Harlem, they perform downtown in Brooklyn, around the world. They tour with some of the most incredible artists out there, but they often don't get a chance to perform for their own community. And that's kind of where Harlem Arts Festival started from.
Wow, there's a big history in doing things like that. People used to travel all over the world and come back. And they had this tree that they used to hang out under on 37th or 38th Street.
Oh, wow.
And used to come and touch that tree. Wow, we've been around the world. This is our tree of good luck. And they cut a piece of that tree. When they cut that tree down, a piece of it went into the world famous Apollo Theater. Yep. So when people come on stage now, you see them touching that tree and come out and perform. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of history involved in people traveling around the world and coming back and serving their community.
Yeah, there's actually a really unique legacy that I kind of geek out about. That on the same dates as our festival and the same amphitheater, in the same park was something known as the Harlem Cultural Festival, also known as Black Woodstock.
Yes.
And that happened, Sly and the Family Stone performed there, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Nina Simone, Max Roach, B.B. King, Fifth Dimension, Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Everyone was there. And it was also a community organized event, no major sponsors. The police didn't even do security, it was all the Black Panthers. And tens of thousands of people came out, and that's sort of similar in that way where we are. It's a community organized event. We live in the area, and it was something that we wanted to do to kind of really create this platform. Yeah.
So, do you have an event coming up that you'd like to share with us?
We do. We have the big festival. It's a free event. It starts with our opening night party on Friday the 24th, and then that's at the National Black Theater, and then it continues Saturday and Sunday in Marcus Garvey
National
Park.
Black Theater is on 5th Avenue and about 125th Street. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So just one block away from the park itself. And then Saturday and Sunday we take over Marcus Garvey. We're going from 5th Avenue and 124th Street all the way down to 122nd Street and Marcus Garvey Park West. And so we have the amphitheater, which is our main stage. We have a second stage. We have the kids' corner, vendors, a zip car in the park. We're also working with Harlem Village Academies, which is right across the street, to do theater performances.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Some
Must
of
be
the
a great day.
Yeah.
It's a great weekend. Saturday and Sunday are completely free, and it happens from 3 to 8:30. And so there's plenty of time to come in and out to enjoy the park, enjoy the festival, different artists.
Saturday specifically, it's being headlined by Timothy Bloom. He's a 2-time Grammy Award winner. He's written for Smokey Robinson, Chris Brown, Neo.
Wait, somebody wrote for Smokey Robinson?
Yeah.
He does a lot of writing.
Yeah. So he's performing the zip car that she mentioned.
Yes.
We actually have an artist who's going to be live painting that car.
Wow.
So you can see the artistic process in action, and then afterwards, you could rent that car and drive it around. It's called the Harlem Art Car.
First come, first serve.
First come, first serve. And a portion of the proceeds goes with one of our community partners, Harlem School for the Arts. It's actually cheaper than a normal zip car, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then Saturday is headlined by Soul Steps. They're a step group that they've done some incredible things. But I mean, there's discussion panels, forums, classes. We have an artist, Bentley Meeker, who's actually installing lights on the tallest building around the park.
Wow.
And is literally going to be lighting up the entire park for the weekend.
Wow.
Just shining, literally shining a light on the park. So yeah, it's
very
we
cool
have some
project.
definitely very exciting things.
If there's artists out there that want to get involved in it, can they still get involved with it? Or?
Yes, so we have an artist application that's online, and it's open all year round. And when we founded the festival, we decided that we would set up a couple of committees. So we have a group of presenters in Harlem from Studio Museum, the Apollo, Harlem Stage, who look at all the artist applications and decide who gets into the festival. And so artist hopefuls can sign up at harlemartsfestival.com/apply.
This is to showcase this, so it's not a paid thing. They don't get a stipend or anything like this.
We pay our artists, all artists get paid. That was part of our thought. A lot of artists are asked to give their work away for free, and that's not how you create a career out of something. You don't work for free.
A lot of artists have a problem with that, and this is how they make most of their money, because you know how the record company situation is now.
It's true. It's true. Structures
so
are.
they make their money on tours and things like that.
Right, exactly. And so we're really interested in helping artists have a career in the arts. The same way they invest their time in their profession, we invest our time in our profession, and so we pay them.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so they all get paid, and then as you're saying, the committee, it's really thinking about those artists that have that connection, that are taking a contemporary look at what's happening in the community. So we want to make sure that essentially the community has a say in the artists that they present.
Exactly.
When does it start again? What
It starts Friday, June 24th.
June 24th. Whoa, that's right. That's right here.
A few days from now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then continues Saturday and Sunday. And we have our opening night party at National Black Theater, day one in Marcus Garvey Park, and then an after party at Gin Fizz, which is featuring Tiff McPherce. She's a wonderful DJ, musician, hostess.
Yes.
And then we'll have a brunch on Sunday at Angel of Harlem.
Yeah.
Which will be fun.
There's also on Tuesday, tomorrow, Make Music New York, we have a really cool partnership with them that people can catch a sneak peek of some of the headliners in local venues in Harlem. It's for a project called Uptown Funk, and actually Timothy will be performing at Sylvana, a solo set, so you can actually meet and talk with him. And
are you working with the Chamber, the Uptown Chamber, on a lot of this stuff?
The Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce? Yeah, they're actually one of their members sits on one of those committees that kind of advises us who we should be working with, how we should be doing it. We sort of, on an artistic way, we have that committee that advises us who we should, that kind of artistic curatorial thread through the festival. And then we have an advisory board that they sit on that say who we should be working with, how we should be doing, sort of ensuring that we stay true to our mission.
Great, all right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
So where do we go for more information?
HarlemArtsFestival.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Harlem Arts Fest.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to you? We're in there? All right. Neil Ludovic, thank you so much. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And I'm not going to say, I'll do it right. Give her a big round. Chelsea Godin.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. The website again is?
HarlemArtsFestival.com.
All right, HarlemArtsFestival.com. Make sure you go there and check it out and get involved. If you're an artist, sign up, get involved. If you're a spectator like I am, you may want to go down there and check it out. They probably have good food down there too.
Lots of good food.
Yes, all right. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. I'd like to thank all of our guests for joining us, you, our viewer, for tuning in and checking it all out. If you missed any part of today's show, well, you can tune into the recablecast of Open at 5 and 10 p.m. or watch anytime on the web at BronxNet.org, or you can catch an all-new episode Wednesday at 10 a.m. with our host, Darren Jaime. For all of us here at BronxNet, have a great and enjoyable day, and always remember, what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and I'll catch you on tonight right after the Quiet Storm over 107.5 WBLS. Peace.
New Yorkers, there is a primary election for the congressional seat in District 13 taking place on June 28th. If you live in parts of Upper Manhattan or in the Bronx neighborhoods of Kingsbridge, Norwood, Marble Hill, Bedford Park, Fordham, and University Heights, you have the opportunity to learn about the candidates and issues in your community. Watch Bronx Talk for an informative NY13 debate broadcast beginning Sunday, June 19th and all week at 9 p.m. On BronxNet, Channel 67 Optimum, 33 Fios, and at www.bronxnet.tv. Follow along on social media using the hashtag NY13. Stay informed, and most importantly, make sure you head out to the polls on June 28th to have your voice heard.